Hello, everyone. Welcome to the interview series, and thank you for joining us today. Today, we have Casey speaking with us. She is the most amazing esthetician that I know. She's got a great wealth of knowledge. It's probably because she went to a very intensive program based in Ayurveda and European skincare, and so she's got a great science base to her background, which is fantastic because she can work with all kinds of skin issues. So today she is going to share some of the important tips and tricks to maintain healthy, glowing looking skin. So I'm going to hand it over to Casey, and why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself and then share some tips with us today.
Hello, everyone. My name is Casey, like Carissa said, Casey Vaverka. I am a native Portlander. I have been an esthetician for about 8 years. And I also, yes, have a very science-based background. I also started school at OSU to be a nutritionist. I didn't finish that program. I plan on it. So I do have a very nice base of science. So it's nice to have those combinations for skin. I would love to talk about summer skin because it's a little bit different than winter skin, how you're not dealing with all the rashing as much. Somewhat from allergies, but you're not dealing as much as the rashing that you had in the winter, but we do have a lot of rough, dry, scaly skin that we're dealing with. Plus we add on all the sunscreen, and it's nice to know what to do to maintain a little bit more of a glow and not end up by the end of the summer to just have like a dull, lifeless skin that you need to fix over the winter. So I brought a few things to show you guys. These are just my products. I mean, I love my products, but there are a lot of products out there. So I'm just showing you what I have so you can get an idea. I do want to start out with making sure that you do have a good cleanser in the summer. Is really key to wash your face in the morning and at night. A lot of people say you shouldn't wash your face in the morning, that really nothing happens at night, but there is a lot of biological functions that do happen. So people do need to wash your face. Doesn't matter what type of skin you have, you can find a cleanser out there that will work with everyone's skin. So a good, maybe a glycolic cleanser is great for people. Glycolics get in between the skin cells and kind of dissolve the fats that hold the skin cells together. So a good cleanser morning and night would be excellent to get rid of all that sunscreen, to get rid of everything that you've dealt with all day. So first things first, before I talk about sunscreens, I'm going to talk about vitamin C serum, because I think it's, people think that serums aren't as important as they are, but vitamin C specifically help boost the efficacy of sunscreen. So not only are you adding kind of a brightness, increase in collagen production, helps with pigment, but you're also helping increase, again, the efficacy of your sunscreen. So you wash your face in the morning. Some people put on toner, and then you put on some vitamin C serum. So vitamin C serums are very important to test first because they are an unstable molecule. So you want to make sure that everybody's different. The base that they hold the vitamin C molecule in, different people react to vitamin C serum. So always sample first. Doesn't matter where you get it. You can buy a $200 sunscreen or vitamin C serum, and it could be not good for your skin. So you wash your face, put on some vitamin C serum, put on a moisturizer with some SPF, or a moisturizer then SPF, and then you're good to go. You want to do the vitamin C serums in the morning, right after you cleanse, kind of on a wet face. And then there's everyone knows several SPFs out there to choose from. I personally myself do this one from Dr. Tempt, and it is an SPF 15 with a moisturizer in it. You don't have to do moisturizer with SPF, but it's a nice because you can good to go. 15 is kind of low. I do reapply with a powdered SPF that's translucent throughout the day if I'm out in the sun. There are other options. I have another one called Phoenix, and that is an SPF 30. This is made by a company in California. The owner has lupus, So that is an autoimmune disorder that affects the skin greatly, helps, makes people's skin really sensitive. So this, even though it is a chemical sunscreen, is incredibly good for people with rosacea, with psoriasis, with all of the like skin things, eczema, that make your skin really react to sunscreens. Side note, before I forget, if you ever, hands down, especially with sunscreens, feel a tingling when you put them on, take them off. That means your skin's responding and it's not going to be helpful to leave it on. Other parts of your skin routine, tingling is okay, but never with sunscreens. You want to take those off as soon as possible. And the third one that I actually really love as well is called Tizo. So this one is a tinted SPF. It is not a moisturizer. It's what I put on top when I want some SPF, but a little bit of color. It's in lieu, and for me, it's in lieu of a like concealer or a base. It is a physical blocks sunscreen. So the Phoenix was chemical. This is a physical. So this has titanium dioxide and zinc, which is also very cooling and calming to the skin. So I like this if I'm going hiking and I want to look cute at the same time. So if I'm going hiking and I know I'm going to be sweaty, it actually, or if I bike ride, or if I'm going to be outside and it's going to be hot and sweaty, this one calms your skin down with the titanium dioxide and zinc. So it's actually really nice if you know that, like in Mexico, if I always get heat rash right away. This actually helps calm your skin down first. So
okay,
I think that's it for that. This is my opinion on the best way to keep your skin nice and glowy is to get a nice exfoliating wash morning and at night, and then make sure you use your sunscreens and vitamin C serum. So that's it. Thanks, Carissa.
okay. Well, wait. Okay, so I have some questions.
Yes.
So I've been taking a bunch of notes while you're talking. So if I'm going to test my vitamin C serum, how do I do that?
Well, it depends on how brave you are. I personally put it on one half of my face and just go for it. I have, at this point in my life, my skin is more resilient than it used to be. I do have eczema, but I take a lot of omega-3s and things so that my barrier is pretty durable now. So I put it on one half of my face, and I do it, depending on the size of the sample, I try to do it every day for at least a week. Because then you can tell the difference between the two sides. I do know some people also take a picture, because you're not going to, sometimes it's a minute difference. If you feel a rash, I mean, some people rash up. That's the thing that happens with vitamin C serums, is you get a rash or like a eczema breakout or breakout, like a full on like pimple, and then you just don't use it.
Okay. All right, good to know. And then, okay, so you have this thing about Vaseline, and I was like, Vaseline on my face? No, but it's amazing. So can you explain to people what that is? Because it's so helpful.
So a lot of people that have, especially eczema is a skin rashing that happens all over, generally joints and behind ears and around the eyes and around the mouth to certain people. The best, and it occurs in different ways. It's either like a pussy type of rash, or it's a dry, flaky rash. I recommend Vaseline for people that have an eczema outbreak, because it not only protects the skin, a lot of people think it's just a barrier, but it actually interacts with the third layer of your epidermis, which is where your skin kind of decides what kind of skin it's going to be. It's the hydrating layer. It's the layer where the skin cells start differentiating and they become the outside layer. So the petroleum jelly interacts with that third layer to create more hydration at night. So you want to put it on at night. Most people don't want to be walking around in it anyway, but there's a hormonal bounce back effect that happens between the very outer layer and that third layer, so that more hydration will occur, and then the eczema outbreaks generally go away fairly quickly. And that's my love of Vaseline.
I know. I try sometimes to remember the explanation of like how it communicates with that third layer. I just remember it's the third layer, and it does some good stuff, and it calms everything down. So
it is important to know that you do it at night, because that's when your skin regenerates, because you can put it on during the day and it'll protect an area, but it won't, the hormonal effects won't be the same.
Okay. All right. And so again, with like the summer skin, is there anything else like exfoliating or mask wise or something like that that we can kind of do to help with all of that extra sun?
I do know, yeah, for exfoliating, it's important because your skin does start getting a little bit rougher and thicker. A good glycolic is generally better than most things. You don't want to scrub a skin too much. And retinols you want to avoid completely. Anything with retin A you want to avoid during the summer. It makes your skin more photosensitive. To me, I don't care if you are the most diligent person in the world with sunscreen. You just want to cycle off of that during the summer. And do more glycolics, like I said, a good glycolic wash. I have a leave-in glycolic that I leave on at night, which is like my opposite of the vitamin C serum. That's where I put that in the rotation. But that's about it. I mean, I think, in my opinion, less is more. You don't want to go too crazy with skincare because that's, how do you know what affects your skin if you are layering too many things on?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, this has been fantastic. Thank you for all of these tips. And then if anybody is interested and they want to get in touch with you for skincare or more questions or pick up some of these awesome sunscreens that you talked about, how do they get a hold of you?
My email address is vaverkaskincare@gmail.com. That's V as in Victor, A, V as in Victor, ERKA, skincare@gmail.com. And my phone number is 971-207-2565. And I believe Jen was saying that maybe she would have a link to this on their blog for Studio Blue.
Perfect.
And whatever website, like whatever, or just stop by the studio. I'm always here. Like,
okay. Oh, yes, it's great. Okay, well, thank you so much for taking time to talk to us today, Casey. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. Please reach out to Casey for some skincare needs. She's fantastic. And we'll look forward to seeing you next time. All right, have a great day. Bye.
Bye.